we want to quickly learn how to do the following simple arithmetic operation in Microsoft Office Excel. I'm currently using 2024 version. So we'll quickly learn how to do addition, subtraction, and multiplication. But before we do that, it will be important for us to know the meaning of formula and function and the clear difference between the two of them. So let's look at formula first and foremost. When we say formula, we are talking about something, an expression that you create to do a calculation in Excel, an expression that you create to perform a calculation in Excel is called a formula. It must start with the equal to sign. So anytime you want to create an expression or something like a perform calculation for you in Excel, you must start with the equal to sign. That is the first thing you type. So every other argument cannot come after that. Example, when I say equal to 1, that when I say equal to A1 plus B1, this one we add the numbers in the cell A1 and the cell B1. It will add the two of them. That is addition. This is an example of how addition is done using formula. So this is just to add the content of two cells, A1 and B1. Now, what about function? When we say function, what do we mean? A function is a ready-made. It's already pre-designed. It comes with the program. Okay, so you can simply pick it up to perform your calculation. It also starts with the equal to sign, and it has a name with a bracket. It has a name with a bracket. For example, if you have equal to sum, this is the name of the calculation you want to perform. Sum, this is the bracket, open bracket, A1 colon, these two dots here means colon, B1. So it means you want this function, this calculation to be performed such that whatever you have from A1 all the way down to B1 should be added, should be calculated. So this is what we call a function. This is how a function is written, is displayed. All right. So take note of that. Now, having known the difference between a formula and a function, let's quickly see how we can use function and formula to perform addition, subtraction, and multiplication. With this, I'm going to insert another blank worksheet quickly to do the following. So I'm inserting another blank sheet by clicking this button here. Now, let's say here in this very cell, this is cell B3, you can see it here, that is the current cell. Let me type 34. Let me just enter some arbitrary numbers here, and I want to add these numbers, and I want the result to be here, where this rectangle is showing. This rectangle showing here is called the set pointer. So for me to add this one, I can quickly say equal to, this is cell what? B3. B3 plus B4 plus B5. I will now hit the enter key on the keyboard. That gives you the answer. See it here? Now look at the formula I have typed here. I typed it myself. That's why I call it formula. Now you can see it starts with equal to sign. The B3 refers to the first cell, the second cell, and the third cell. But this formula here is problematic because if you have a lot of cells you want to add, if you be doing this plus this plus this plus this, that will take a very long time. That is where the function comes in. So let me use this one now. Let me do the same thing using the function. So let me use the same values here. Just copy and paste them. So now I will now use a function to quickly perform this. So no matter how many the values are, the function will pick the first and the last, and the calculation will be done for you. Now to quickly do this, I can come to this place and type equal to, since we said the function must have a name, the name of this calculation is sum. You can see it here. These are several functions, so many of them, several functions. You can see the one I want to use now. It says it will add all of the numbers in a range of cells. So I will open the bracket sign is there. The first number I want is this one, second number, so on and so forth. This is the syntax, how the function should be created. All right. Now, if I don't want to go through the pick the one after the other, I can quickly come to this one then drag to the last one, then cover the bracket, close the bracket. You can see now, press the enter key. Simple as that. I have performed addition using formula and function. If you check this one here, what gave me this answer here is this very formula. What gave me this answer here is this very function. You can see the difference between the function and the formula. Take note of that. So we've done addition. What about subtraction? It follows the same principle. Remember, subtraction, you can only subtract two numbers, one from the other. Unlike addition, where you can add two or more numbers. But in subtraction, you only subtract one number from the other. So in this case, let me subtract a value. So I want the answer to be here. So you have to click there, put your formula there. So let me say equal. There is no function for subtraction here. It's the formula you have to type. It's very simple, very big, so we don't need much. So I want to subtract. Let me start with this 56 minus this 34. You can see in this 56 here, in this D5, which is this very side, I have 56 inside. In this D4, I have 34 inside. So by the time I hit enter key, it will give me the difference. That is subtraction. Very simple to do. Then let's go to multiplication. Multiplication. How do we do multiplication? Very simple. Now I want to multiply some values. So let's say 78. This just entry some arbitrary numbers, and I want to multiply these numbers. I can multiply two numbers or three or more numbers. So I will say equal to this first one times, that is asterisk. Asterisk means multiplication. Times this times this. You can see the formula there. Enter. And that is now the multiplication of these three numbers. If you do it manually with your calculator, this times this times this is going to give you this. See, very simple, very basic. So far so good. We have learned how to do addition, subtraction, and multiplication using Microsoft Office Excel, and we also learned the use of formula, function, and the basic difference between the two of them. So in our next video, I'm going to show us how to perform other basic arithmetic operations. Thank you so much.